Coming to you live from a fractured reality where time itself has no meaning. It's Dares of Eternity. Spin the wheel to summon your first opponents. Prove yourself against the blade and tusk of the Cabal. More foes pour into this realm at the behest of the Ageless Horse. The Fantastic Horse now demands you prove your dexterity on the zany Dares of Eternity obstacle course. traveled a long way to be here tonight. Let's meet the Fallen.
Get the fuck out of the way, you big dick.
Demands more from you. I must oblige. Final opponent awaits behind one of these doors. Which shall you choose? Bad luck, contestant. Did you forget to say no family? challenge waiting backstage. Let's bring out the Cabal.
The sniper sucks, man.
The great steed who trots between the realms thanks you for playing with us tonight. Although we are held in a perpetual void, we hope you will join us next time, right here on Dares of Eternity. Good night.
but it's all just a memory. Maybe we're meant to be. You were right here in front of me, pretending that we needed others. I felt like you're walking away from me. Now it's all just a memory.
Nice shooting out there. Thanks. Make us proud.
Let's see what we've got for each other. Let's begin. Requisition complete.
Still holding on to you.
Sniper?
I wanna be with you. You were right there in front of me, pretending that we needed others. I felt like you didn't know for me. Now it's all just a memory.
How can the Vanguard help?
Fuck.
What are you doing nonsense around my kid's school? Fucking receiving out like a motherfucker.
It's on your shoulders. Yep. Bye.
Fucking climb it on. Fuck Gambit. Fuck the Gambit. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, you need to take for Gambit.
Greetings. It's yours.
You're right, it is mine.
Greetings. It's yours. You know where to find me.
Call me Drifter. Guardians are always welcome aboard the Deep. I've got gambit arenas all over this system. Right on.
One shot. Just drop down. Horizon's right here. Turn on this guy. Horizon on me or on me? Still low. He's still low. Break out around the corner.
The Great Horse demands that you become our lucky contestants. To resist would be unwise on tonight's Dares of Eternity. Let us learn against whom you must compete. Prove yourself against the blade and tusk of the Cabal. desires further proof of your abilities. your final opponent? The horse insists you guess. You resonate with the one perfect reality. The horse will be born. Their drop pods have fallen from across the Paraverse to be here tonight. Survive the final round. The steed lends you its power. You have triumphed, champion. Now, let us see what treasures will be taking home. Yes, the fall of the Paraverse is generous. And so are we, right here on Dares of Eternity. Good night.
You're blasting.
Oh yeah, so now it's on. Sit back, relax, smoke your blunt and shit.
in my head. Feel like I'm stuck in a loop and no, I can't stop. All these feelings in mine, blinded by lies. Everything I do, I keep your feelings in mind. No, no, I be feeling low. I be feeling rocks in mine, got me feeling low. No, no, I be feeling low. I be feeling rocks in mine, got me feeling low. Drop me off like the ash on your cigarettes. And when you feeling low, bitch, I be feeling best. Run it down, whole gang, we be feeling blessed. Cause when nights on falls, we don't get a rest. Feelings in mine. No, no, I be feeling low. I be feeling rocks in mine, got me feeling low.
Trying to find a to make it easier to see that there's just one thing on my mind, and I think it's time for you to realize I want you all to myself. Don't wanna share you with nobody else. So give me something to believe. Will you promise me? Will you promise me? I want you all to myself. Don't wanna share you with
out with open arms. I can feel your heart reaching out into the dark. I can feel your heart reaching out with open arms. I can feel your heart reaching out into the dark. Reaching out into
Wait, hold on, man. What? Two husbands? Oh, by the way, guys, we have a YouTube video coming out. Type in !YT. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, boys. It's gonna be the YouTube video for me and H-Chun doing the hardcore deep. We go to that Chinese Zerg. Good ass content. But yeah, if you have free time today, check the video out. It's on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube.
The price is right.
Where's my editor?
Tonight's Dares of Eternity.
Yeah, the Twitch ad incentives are fucking great. Really good. Like, It's a good way to for streamers to earn more money. Like I know, like and it helps streamers of all sizes, especially like the smaller streamers. They're trying to make this like their job, and like you know are kind of struggling financially. Like it definitely helps them. What is your take on the 50-50 change? Pretty fucked up. I know 3 partners that are gonna go to YouTube and are working on a YouTube contract deal that are going to YouTube after the Twitch 70-30 deal is gone. But like the thing about the 70-30 deal is like, wait, hold on.
They are not here
How do I?
to make friends. For they
Okay.
are
The thing with the 70-30 deal is it only affects like 600 streamers when they go to 50-50. So like, I feel like there's not going to be a huge outcry from like, because there's not even a lot of people that have 70-30. But like, I think all creators could get the 70-30 deal. And like, it's kind of fucking it's pretty scummy that, so how you were able to get the 70 subs 30 deal was like years ago. This is how I got it. Like 5 years ago, there was no Prime subs, there was no gifting, it was only paid subscriptions. And in order to get the 70-30 deal, you had to stream for 2 months with consecutive 500 subs. But my Twitch partner, my Twitch never bothered to tell me that I can get upgraded to the 70-30 deal. So I fucking stayed with the 50-50 for a year until I got a new Twitch rep and he was like, dude, how the fuck do you not have the 70-30? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, and I literally just what-fudded. I lost out on so much money. Oh my God, man. Oh. But anyways, yeah, like the 70-30 deal isn't gonna affect that many streamers. I think there's only like 500 to 600 streamers that got grandfathered into the 70-30. It's pretty fucked up that they're like taking 50-50 away from this. It's kind of like, cause like, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Do you have a rep now? No, I lost my Twitch rep. Because I believe I'm in the top 500 streamers on Twitch. Like, I'm in the top 500 for, that brings in the most income to the company. And we're all 500 of us are losing the 50-50. We're losing the 70.
Prizes await you beyond the demented dares of eternity obstacle course.
Yeah, I think if you get 100 viewers, isn't it? If you get 100 viewers on Twitch, you're in the top 10% of Twitch. So DBX, 138 months, dude. I mean, 100 viewers is a lot of fucking people, dude. A lot of people, man. Like when you go, when you remember when you did Avengers Endgame and you went to the movie theater, that movie theater can max capacity like 50 people. People were like talking to Avengers Endgame. It was loud as fuck. Like that's 50 people. So if you have like 100 people, that's 2 movie theaters. That's crazy. That's actually like a huge accomplishment. But then like you got this like narrative, like this thing on Twitch where it's like if you have like 100 viewers, or like you're a dead streamer. Like, how are you a dead streamer? This guy's
The time is 9 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, the first 100 viewers are the hardest. It took me 3 years to get 100. It took me 3 years to get 100 viewers on Twitch. guys want to see this guy trying to bait or I don't know if he's trying to bait or troll. look at this. You ready? Look at this guy's logs. Wait. Dude, you lost 500 viewers. You're not a... Coco's a brokey. In other words, Coco is a slave to these companies. If Coco doesn't even do what the company says, he loses the deal. Coco is not even a billionaire. It's only a professional if you get caught. I remember when Coco used to give us free money as a token of our appreciation. Wait, you're calling me a brokey, but in the same sentence, you're crying because I'm not giving you free money. Okay? Traumatized kid Coco. Coco is a slave to Twitch.
Behold the prized treasurer of the Eternal Horse. Ah, big money, big bucks, big money. Your final opponent awaits behind one of these doors. Which shall you choose? Bad luck, contestants. Did you forget that? No rabbits. Your final challenge tonight is against a time-locked Hive warrior. Enjoy. tonight's special guest star. And that is the game. Shall we learn what our lucky winner will be bringing back to the tower? Treasures pulled from the Paraverse itself. Just like our contestants on tonight's Dare of Eternity. Good night. immaculate horse asked paracausal entities to name their favorite contestants. Survey says Guardians on tonight's Dares of Eternity.
Shit, man.
Spin the wheel to meet the other team joining us tonight.
What's going on?
From beautiful downtown Torabottle, give it up for the Cabal.
MPT. Someone got fucking Molotov. Better pop them on.
The horse demands more from you. I must oblige.
man, wake up. Wake the fuck up.
One door holds your final opponent. The horse insists you guess. My apologies, good distant. Perhaps you will have better luck next time.
Jump, man, jump.
The beast is gonna be there for him, you know
Hell,
what
I'm
I'm
there.
saying? Like a beat is not sold until the check clears.
Yeah, right, mate. Yeah, right.
Their drop pods have fallen from across the Paraverse to be here tonight. Survive the final round.
PvP gun, that. away, you bitch. I'm trying to suicide kill me. Crack, everyone keeps on dying. What's the point? Get boys higher levels on me.
Now, conclude the fight.
Shit, man, good stuff. Fucking stuff, man.
You have triumphed, champions. Now, let us see what treasures you will be taking home. Yes, the vault of the Paraverse is generous. And so are we. Right here on Dares of Eternity. Good night.
But was there any special reason for you to write this one, to write Rocky?
Well, I felt at the time that cinema, at least the movies I had been seeing, were at an all-time low. Everything was anti-society, anti-Christ, anti-government, anti-everything, and there was no one to root for. And I also feel that films are very cyclic, so I wanted to get back into the cycle of the films of the 40s and the 50s where people say, hey, gee, I missed the good old films, yet Hollywood hasn't taken heed and hasn't made any good old-fashioned type films where morality was at the forefront. So I took the opportunity to write this particular film, of course, being somewhat selfish because I had myself in mind for it. But that was the main motivation.
But it was fairly presumptuous of you, wasn't it, to expect to be able to star in it, because your career up to then had been small parts, right?
Yeah, that's kind of you to even say small. Yeah, they were, I was mostly what is known as atmosphere, always in the background, or the guy that was being, the drunk that was being stepped over in the gutter, and other lame roles. But I felt that, geez, if I was going to go down, at least into professional obscurity, I wanted to at least have the opportunity to say to myself, well, you tried. You put your best foot forward, and you didn't make it. So that's what, I guess you might say, provoked me into writing the script, because it wasn't something that I had given a lot of thought to. I just knew that I had to do it one time, and it was innate. Now, the thing was, what was the proper vehicle? I surely couldn't pass myself off, at least as a lawyer in a three-piece suit. I just don't think I have that kind of appeal, or whatever it is. So I wanted to take it much more basic, a man from the street, all right? What kind of a man? An underdog, and that being a professional fighter, I think, has that connotation to it.
But, you know, when these big wheeler dealers got hold of your script and they were told that Sylvester Stallone wanted to star in it, they must have said, who? I mean,
or what?
Or what, yes. Yeah. How did you sell yourself to them?
Usually, it's the old syndrome of knocking on the windows, pestering them, pressing my face in the door, honking their horn in the driveway. In other words, making a real pain in the neck out of myself. And slowly they began to see, well, perhaps he's got something. They first showed it to James Caan, Jimmy Caan, and then Burt Reynolds and Ryan O'Neal and Gene Hackman and Robert Redford, and they showed it to all these people. But I kept saying I work a lot cheaper and a lot harder and for a lot longer. And also I think that they were taken up with kind of like the pioneer spirit of it. It wasn't going to, it's a small movie. It was made for like 1/10 or 1/15 of what they pay, say, a James Bond movie or Pink Panther.
It cost about $1 million, in fact.
Well, it came in at $960,000, which is what a good toothpaste commercial cost in the United States, really. So they didn't have that much to lose, but more than that, they really felt that this was kind of like a special movie that would appeal to the masses. And it's the kind of film that hadn't been done in quite a while, where there wasn't any cursing, yet you didn't miss the cursing and that type.
But after all, when you first went along with your script, I mean, they liked the script, but they were so desperate not to have you that they kept offering you increasingly large sums of money to go away, didn't they?
Right, it went up to about $265,000.
Not to appear in the film.
Right, to stay away, to get off my lawn, boy. But what they didn't count on is when a person hasn't had that type of money, they really don't miss it. In other words, if you haven't ridden in a Rolls Royce, you don't mind bouncing around in a Volkswagen. You don't have that frame of reference. But more than that, I knew that if I sold it, even for $500,000, I knew that after the money was gone, I would become very bitter for having sold out, because my one love was to at least fail on my own terms. I wanted to see if I could act, because all these bit parts that you're talking about, you really couldn't say this kid had talent or it was just a big fake. So they were caught up in kind of like the enthusiasm. Jeez, oh my God, well, why not? All right, we'll give him a chance, and they put a lot of clauses in the contract, like if I fell in love with my leading man, or if I curse a nun, or if I don't brush my teeth, or whatever, I could be removed from the script after production after 5 to 10 days. But all that aside, I really think that they just wanted to get rid of me. And they said, well, let's put him in a movie, that'll get rid of him for 2 months, you know, that kind of thing.
And you did it, in fact, for a very small fee. Was it $20,000 plus a percentage?
Right, $20,000, and what we have is a Screen Actors Guild minimum, which is about $600 a week, $620 after taxes.
But were you not really quite poor at that time? Your wife, I mean, I've read all these stories about your wife going out to support you while you sat at home and pounded the typewriter. I mean, all this was true, was it?
Oh, yeah. At that time, I must admit, my life was definitely on the wane, at least professionally. I was emotionally, spiritually, physically bankrupt. We had about $106 in the bank. I had a landlord. She's a female landlord, but she was so big that when she came to collect the rent, like an entire shadow would cover the building. You know, it's like a total eclipse. And I mean, I'm not a small man, but she was a vicious individual, and she would have thought nothing about taking my car and bending it in half if she didn't get her money. And so I had $106. The rent was $300. I had a pregnant wife. I have a very huge British dog, as a matter of fact, a Bull Mastiff, who would eat anything, organic or unorganic, anything. Cactus.
Including the landlady.
Oh, the landlady. I mean, feed it. What do you want to feed it? A brick. Give it a brick tonight. Anything. So I had that kind of like dilemma. So you might say I had quite a bit of fuel to sit down and write the script. I wrote the script in about 3.5 days, and only because I could hear the wolf at the door, literally. And that part was true. It really was. It was getting right down to scraping the old bottom of the barrel.
Did you not feel any doubts at all? I mean, when on that first day of shooting, when you step out of your caravan or dressing room or whatever to go and appear before the camera, was there never a moment when you thought, my God, am I doing the right thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Up until that time, I was bluffing. You know, they said, yeah, I can act. I'm a good actor. Just give me a chance. Of course I can do it. I can out-act anyway. Don't worry about it. Then they said, okay, do it. They called my bluff. Now, if I go out there and make a fool out of myself, I've wasted $1 million. I've destroyed my reputation. Any young artist that comes along and says that they'd like to make a movie, they're going to say, hey, don't you remember Stallone? You want to make a bomb? And my name would be synonymous with turkeys and bombs. They say, hey, why don't you go out and make a Stallone film? Which would mean turkey all the time, or tax write-off. Make a Stallone movie for tax write-off. So it was tremendous fear. And when that fear subsided was at the last second, as I was going out of the trailer. We ride around these trailers to the set. It was freezing. It was about 4:30 in the morning. The winds were blowing down the street, very dramatic, and it was cold. And there was the Philadelphia City Hall clock there lit up, and the wind was blowing and mist and all that. And as I'm pulling out of the stepping out of the trailer, I passed this mirror, and I said, "All right, now you're gonna do it, or you're gonna sit here and become a bum for the rest of your life. Are you into the character? Are you the character?" And someone outside said, "All right, Sylvester, let's go." I said, "No, you got the name wrong. It's Rocky." Bang, right away, and I felt that when it's like, "Geez, I'm not Sylvester anymore. I've got to be this character." And as soon as I stepped out, and I saw the director laying in all this wind and dust, and everyone was so into it that I felt very, very safe. And after seeing the first daily, the rushes, the first day's prints, I knew we had if nothing else, I had a good home movie on my hands. A good 2.5-hour home movie that my parents would enjoy, if nothing else.
It's about boxing, of course, but it is about more than that, is it?
Oh,
is
yeah.
it about your own struggle, basically?
What it is I took my particular plight, which isn't unique. It's every artist or any man who has ever wanted to do something, man or woman, meaning, that's wanted to do something that has not been able to do it because of the inability to get a break. The opportunity has never knocked on their door, for example. So I said, geez, if I could take my plight as an actor and put him into a real underdog, very physical, that being a boxer, and tell my story, like I couldn't get an agent and he couldn't get a manager, and I had no love in my life at the time, and he didn't either, and so on and so forth. So that's how that came about. So, because I really didn't think the audience, if I say I had written it about a struggling writer in California, in Hollywood, and here he is bombing around in his convertible with a suntan, but his scripts aren't selling. So what?
Yeah.
I mean, at least he has a tan, right? What do you convertible? Right, with tomato juice or orange juice. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So this I set in a very gloomy area of Philadelphia, which is very, very industrial type town, a muscular town, a town that has gone historically kind of like down the proverbial tubes. And that's why I chose that. Plus, it's a town, if there was ever a miracle going to happen in America, it would happen in Philadelphia, really.
And in fact, that's what happened, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
Because to complete the fairy story, I mean, it's an immense success, this film in America, isn't it?
Right, it is. Some people have said, well, this could never happen, that an underdog would get a shot at the title like this. Well, I'd like to take issue with that. Of course, it happened many, many hundreds of times. Ali has done it, and it happened with Joe Louis when he had the Bum of the Month Club, and it happens all the time. So it's a very, very feasible plot. It just, most of the thing that had happened to me is a little miraculous. That's the only strange thing about it. And it's a love story, more than a fight film.
But it's made you into a very big star, hasn't it? I mean, you're recognised wherever you go in the States.
Oh, God. I keep thinking about that term, though. Nothing, not to take issue again, but when I think of the word star, I think of like a ball of gas. You know, I don't think I'd like to be considered just a performer. But it has made me, it has killed the wolf at the door, and now I have the opportunity to go on and do films that aren't always in speeding cars or about slinky women or a guy with a bad complexion or these terrible plots that they have given me. I mean, they had plots before that, like Linda in the Meat Cleaver, and terrible shows. I mean, my God.
Great stuff. Yeah.
Right, that's it. For 4 years of college for this?
And what about the Rocky? Are there going to be any more stories about Rocky, films about Rocky?
Well, I was thinking about having like Rocky on Venus. No, sir, just a very, very simple movie about a boxer who gets caught in a space capsule. He's transported. Now, you don't believe that, do you?
Not really. In Philadelphia it could happen, but
no,
not here.
There is. I wrote Rocky as a trilogy because I think that this type of character cannot be extinguished after one movie. He's right at the peak. When people see the film, they'll know what I mean. And entering into that second phase is almost as interesting as the first.
But aren't you then in danger of getting yourself into the other trap of acting, that you'll only be associated with the one character?
Right. That is a danger. So that won't happen, at least for, I'll do 2 films in between that. But if I had to be locked into any kind of character, I would sure rather be locked into this one than, let's say, the Count of Monte Cristo, where I have to run around in leotards for the rest of my life.
Anyway, you can worry about it while you count your money.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I only have about $400 more than when I started. So
I can't believe that. You must have made a lot of money out of this.
No, because I had a lot of bills, you might say. That big beastie landlord came back and took her share, and taxes took the rest of it. So, but like I said before we came on, I would have done the whole thing for like a donut and a tuna fish sandwich. The money meant nothing. It was the opportunity to at least prove to myself that I wasn't a liar, that I wasn't living a life of disillusionment, because that's very difficult when you think of yourself as being a very creative person, and you turn around and at, say, 40, 50, 60 years old, you realize, gee, you're not so creative, you're terrible. You've been leading a lie. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Last night in the bigger Corso cinema, it was...
So a couple of days ago, I reported on a Greater Manchester expat and alleged member of the Kinahans who had been arrested at his Costa del Sol home, Johnny Morrissey, a former doorman from Rochdale who is alleged by Spanish authorities to have helped crime bosses launder at least £300,000 a day. Pictures showed Morrissey and his wife being led away from their gated Marbella home by Guardia Civil officers. addresses in Hayward and Glasgow were also being searched by the National Crime Agency. Detectives in Spain say that they have now smashed the most significant international crime organisation specialising in cleaning dirty cash operating in the country. So they estimated that Johnny, who was sanctioned earlier this year by the US authorities as an alleged enforcer for the Irish-based Kinahans, could have laundered more than £173 million in the last 18 months alone. Detectives in Spain say that the cash had not been physically moved out of Spain, but spread throughout the world using an informal money transfer system. So this arrest has come about after US officials announced sanctions against several top members of the Kinahan organised crime group. Among the 7 individuals sanctioned by the US Treasury was Daniel Kinahan, who had previously worked as an advisor to boxer Tyson Fury. Treasury officials at the time said that Mr. Kinahan is believed to run the day-to-day operations of the organisation. The DEA over there in the US offered rewards of up to $5 million for information on leading arrests on any of the 3 Kinahans. They seized their US credit and debit cards, blocked any money that they held in US banks. But how did this all come about, and why are the Kinahans on the radar of the DEA? So in June 2020, Tyson Fury tweeted, "I'm just getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed." A big shout out to Dan. He got this done literally over the line. To the many millions of boxing fans viewing the clip, the name Daniel Kinahan wouldn't have meant anything. But for the DEA, this was a big thing. They couldn't comprehend with the fact of how Daniel Kinahan was taking over the world of boxing. This is when the DEA moved to strike. In an unprecedented move, the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, alongside police chiefs from Ireland and the UK National Crime Agency, they announced a series of sanctions on the Kinahans. The group's 7 key members included Daniel, his father Christy Sr. and his brother Christy Jr. The Kinahans stand accused by the US government of running a transnational drug and gun trafficking organisation worth £1 billion, comparable to the Camorra in Italy and Los Zetas in Mexico, or even the Yakuza in Japan.
Including through drugs, violence, firearm deaths, and human trafficking and smuggling. And so today,
stand accused
the
by the
United
US government
States Department of State is pleased to announce a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to the financial disruption of the KTCO or the arrest and convictions of its leaders.
The Kinahan Transnational Criminal Organization joins the ranks of Italy's Camorra, Mexico's Los Zetas, Japan's Yakuza, and Russia's thieves-in-law.
To them, I'd say you can run, but you can't hide from justice forever. And from today, they will be running low on money, friends, and influence.
Clearly worried, the gang were gaining too much legitimacy in the US due to its links with a host of professional fighters. The US government offered a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to the disruption of the Kinahans or arrest or conviction of its key members. The declaration of war on the Kinahans included the freezing of US assets and businesses linked to them and a European arrest warrant on murder charges for Daniel Kinahan's most trusted lieutenant, Sean McGovern. The US Treasury said the Kinahan organised crime group smuggles deadly narcotics, including cocaine, to Europe and is a threat to the entire illicit economy through its role in the international money laundering. US authorities vowed to use every available resource to dismantle the criminal networks, which included scores of front companies, often food wholesalers, who used to move tons of cocaine, heroin and cannabis around the world and launder the proceeds. At the time, Drew Harris, the Commissioner for the Garda Islands National Police Force, said the sanction was just the first phase of an operation designed to land a heavy blow, if not a crippling blow, on the crime group. Back in March, Thomas Bomber Kavanagh, who ran the UK arm of the Kinahan Empire, was jailed for 21 years at Ipswich Crown Court for his involvement in smuggling cocaine, cannabis and money laundering. Ireland's Criminal Assets Bureau has stepped up seizures of businesses and properties linked to them, including a £3.8 million mansion in Dublin. Then, the United Arab Emirates, where the Kinahans have been living since 2017, announced it will be freezing their assets. And as the boxing industry has begun walking away from the Kinahans, MTK Global announced it was ceasing operations. The thing to note here is that Daniel Kinahan, he's never been convicted, including of 3.8 million. So the lesson here is, guys, just concentrate on yourself, because when shit hits the fan, there's no one there for you. You're on your own. Don't trust anyone to have your back. Whether you're a good person, bad person, whatever. At the end of the day, when shit hits the fan, people will think of themselves. But anyway, with regards to the Kinahan, so the father, Christy Kinahan, he was raised in a middle class family and sent to one of Ireland's best schools. He was smart, engaging, but he started getting into trouble back in the 1970s when he was known to the police for burglary, theft, forgery and property crimes. However, it's not until the late 90s that he turned to the business of drug dealing, originally running an inner Dublin dealing ring with his old associate Thomas Kavanagh. Kinahan was harbouring big ambitions. Jailed in the late 90s for drugs offences, he used his time behind bars to become fluent in a number of languages, which helped him take on his international trade. According to the US Department of Investigators dealing in mostly heroin and cocaine, he grew the business into an empire importing from South America and dealing into Ireland, the UK and Europe. His sons Daniel and Christy Jr. were allegedly involved, with Daniel accused by a Dublin High Court in 2018 of running most of the day-to-day operations, which by then included arms dealing as well as drugs across Europe, Asia, the Middle East and South America. Christy Jr. is said to have run the accounts. In 2010, the Kinahans were busted by Spanish police, with the father and two sons arrested, and there were raids on their properties in Spain, the UK, Ireland, Cyprus, Belgium, Dubai and Brazil. The police found the gang had financial interests spanning the globe, from Libya to Panama, and after recovering 500 million euros in assets, including a corner of Brazil where the gang were planning to build hundreds of luxury apartments, the police in Spain boasted that they had taken down the Irish mafia. But the Spanish operation was botched, and none of the Kinahans were jailed. After the prosecutions in Spain collapsed, Daniel Kinahan then established his own boxing gym in Puerto Banús near Marbella on the Costa del Sol, and by 2015 he'd moved from training to management, signing around 100 boxers. However, the Kinahans became embroiled in a feud with a rival Irish crime group, the Hutch Gang, after the gangland execution of Gary Hutch in Marbella by James Quinn. The Hutch crew was accused of hitting back in very public fashion at the weigh-in for the Clash of the Clans boxing match, which was arranged by Daniel at the Regency Hotel in February 2016 in Dublin. As one of the boxers stood on stage, armed men disguised as police, including one dressed as a woman, stormed in to assassinate Daniel. He escaped out of a window, and instead they shot one of his closest friends, David Byrne. And for that incident, Jerry the Monk Hutch and Jonathan Dowdle are due to go on trial for the attack. The whole incident was caught on film and became worldwide news, but the aftermath was far more deadly. A string of tit-for-tat executions saw 10 people murdered in 2016 and a further 6 in 2017. Most victims were Hutch associates executed in Dublin streets. Those killed also included people with no connection to the crime. In February 2021, BBC Panorama broadcast a report on Kinahan's involvement in boxing. Barry McGuigan, a former boxer, spoke about intimidation in boxing, but Daniel Kinahan denied the allegations. Kinahan actually issued a statement to TalkSport over in the UK, denying that he was part of any criminal organisation. He also denied making threats to journalists and confirmed that he was still involved in boxing. He claimed the Panorama programme was a rehash of unsubstantiated allegations that had been made previously on many occasions. He criticised the Special Criminal Court and said that he had no convictions. So guys, that's a bit of background with regards to a story that was released a couple of days ago about Johnny Morrissey, who was accused of handling Kinahan's money laundering operations, and he was arrested in Spain. Absolute madness, guys. Let me know what you think. It's your boy GC. Keep it locked, keep it real.
So, Tommy, we're here to recreate your greatest ever moment. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, there was I, just outside the box.
I remember it well.
And the ball came across from the right-hand side, and I hit a screamer into the top left-hand corner of the Italian goal.
Did you?
Yeah. European Cup final goal against Inter Milan.
We're not doing that one, are we?
No, leave it to me. Right? The thing is, Tommy, we're not actually doing that one. We wanted to do this one.
Up to Gemmell. Gemmell, fouled surely. Referee wave. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh, that was uncalled for.
That European Cup final goal was one of the greatest moments in my career. And the Helmut Haller incident was one of the lowest moments.
Well, yeah, but it's a lot funnier.
Well, that's true.
Okay. Tell you what, Frank, you be Helmut Haller, I'll be the German defenders, and you be Tommy Gemmell.
Play Archie McPherson.
Up to Gemmell. Gemmell, fouled surely. Referee wave. Oh dear! Oh, that was uncalled for.
Well, actually, I
The
chose
time
Haller.
is 10
But it was
o'clock
for
p.m.
much longer than what you saw on television.
Ja, und ich sage, du lieber Gott, mein Bein ist gebrochen.
Excuse me, have you seen this man? I actually thought he was number 11. But I'll catch him if it kills me. Then Haller started limping around, holding his back and doing a bit of play acting, making things look a lot worse than what they really were.
Yeah, and then a bloke from the First World War turned. What's the problem?
Oh, meinen Backen ist gone und mein knee, and I think I've done in meinen ankle.
Well, luckily, I'm from the Red Cross, the most advanced medical organisation in the world.
Oh, what have you got?
A blanket.
Haven't you got any cortisone?
Cortisone? Don't you know there's a war on? I've got some powdered egg.
I thought I was treated very, very badly. After all, Haller had to go at me first, and the whole matter still really upsets me.
Yeah, and just think, Tommy, if Haller hadn't have fouled you, you might have scored, Scotland might have knocked Germany out of the World Cup, and then Germany mightn't have beaten England in the quarter-finals, and so in a way, if it wasn't for you, England might have won the 1970 World Cup.
Well, that just shows you. Every cloud has a silver lining. But I must say I was really depressed at the time. My God, what have I done? I've disgraced myself. We're out of the World Cup. Everybody's going to blame me. What can make me feel better at a time like this?
There you go. Right as rain.
The fallen will continue to claw at the bones of their sin. Beneath the ruins of a cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old college, and the high scepter feeding the stream. Must destroy this machine god and send their souls screaming back.
time. Let's hope we can avoid the crossfire. Out of here is sealed. Pretty complex. I'll need time.
Yo, what are you looking at? Got a problem, bro. What the fuck are you staring for?
I'm close, but just so you know, there's more fallen and hive on the way. Barrier is down. We can move now. The lair is up ahead, under that colony ship. Just on the other side of all those depths. This is the devil's lair.
Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin that I can't falling in love?
Sepix Prime cast a great shadow over the city. For this destruction of all ends, all must be done. But fallen on you'll find ways to survive.
Take my whole life to falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin for I can't help falling in love with you? Take my whole life to falling in love with you. I remember you well in the Chelsea Hotel. You were talking so brave and sweet, giving me bread on the unmade bed, while the limousines wait in the streets. Those were the reasons. Those New York, we were on.
challenge is met. Our blood flows together. May it lead to unity.
Enter the helpless electors. I welcome you, but my forces, they do not. This tank is like a living thing. She breathes, she moves, and she will spit out your bones. While there is shame in surrender, I am merciful.
You all but demanded this conflict. We will see it through to the end. Which of these Cabal is your champion?
All warriors rally in defense of the Chosen. My champion awaits in the locus of honor. Why do you skulk through the maintenance areas?
We will deal with your champion in due time. Though we may destroy the tank in the process.
We are Cabal. We eat the mountains. We drink the sea. my tank? My troops will defend its life with theirs. I see now how you fight, Guardians. Your potential is wasted running errands for your commander. Enough.
My champion's already cut. Is yours?
Arise, my chosen! Fight for the glory of the Cabal!
Your champion is.
I pride myself on seeing the strength in others, and yours can no longer be denied. When can we discuss this treaty of yours?
As soon as I deplete the strength of yours. I hope the blood spilled here today will be the last.
what up, dude? Another 2 months, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You know, you could just leave him.
It's not that simple, man. I mean, I can't possibly just walk him.
Anything. You can just drop your stuff right now and stay here tonight and...
I think most people miss that about you. And I watch them wondering how they can watch you bring their food and clear their tables and never get that they just met the greatest woman alive. And the fact that I get it makes me feel good about me.
Put me on by myself.
Bridge is lowering. Let's move.
you've done. She watched you cut through Crota, Oryx, Omnigul, and she is eager to return that pain.
she comes.
to hear, but Hashladun's presence is no coincidence. The Hive must have grander ambitions for the Pyramid's influences. Return to me. There is much to discuss.
Welcome to Operation Storm Coast Guard. The Taken run rampant out here, even without their kin to lead them. They've occupied a water processing plant nearby, and their very presence is poisoning the environment. We need you to confirm what they're doing. Evaluate and neutralize.
Oh yeah, environmental damage. Bad for you squishy types. Hey team, we found a Taken blight. It's doing all kinds of crazy things to the water and the soil.
They haven't been this aggressive since the Grimdog menaced the system. Since Oryx. They're ready for anything.
All the muck cleared up. The soil and water seem fine now.
Then we know how to beat this. The blights have to go. The fuck?
I'm still tracking Taken energy nearby. They're all over the water facility. And under me. Whatever's behind this must be underground. If the Taken wanted to poison the entire dead zone, this was the place to do it. They didn't pick it by accident.
If they succeed, we won't have room on the farm. We're still treating wounded from the Red Wall. It won't come to that.
They just let them guard it. This smells fishy to me. The Taken compromised the Red Legionary. It would explain how organized they've been. Without Oryx, I didn't think they could still, well, take.
会いに Hey what's up lady 今週末で言うのなさい期待外れて Rainy 月の先はミラクル起こすのさナチュラルにシャイン好きなのはヴィーナス占う恋の行方はジーザス領地サムハウ駆け引きはもう忘れやしたいのさ金曜日の LINE PM 頃にいつもの店の前でハローリー本にこぼせば間違いなくそのマスファミリーですハニーさあうちで現代あなたとクラス重ねましょうか絶世非正姿勢のせ
The time is 11 o'clock p.m.
see I got plenty ammunition. I'm gonna get you.
Hey there, hero. I heard you parlayed with Aramis, and she hit you with some heavy truths. Mithrax used to be a bad guy. Can you believe it? Wait till I tell Crow. I know Ido's pissed because her dad didn't tell her about it. Makes sense, but it don't shake me. Mithrax, he's just a fella who done something he ain't proud of. And that I understand. Which reminds me, long time back, I found myself at the fourth tomb of Nezarec. Recognized these relics the first time I saw one. That's why I needed you involved. Ain't nobody I trust with that kind of power more than you. Well, after Eris, she gave me some ideas that might help Mithrax use these things for good. Whatever he does will show us just what kind of person he is. If we can stop Aramis from finding the last few relics and killing us all. So, get on that.
Trolls! You know the story. The grind.
Tomorrow.
It turned out like I was like it came out breaking news. Coconut B has been cheating on Russ this entire time.
I got the D's on me.
All right, let's roll.
Cure about.
What? I guess.
You just like.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm trying to create it.
You every time I watch you. Oh man. Oh, just like you being like, man, I'm disappointed in you. I believed in you. You were supposed to be one of the good ones, Coco.
Shawty got no plans for the night.
Okay. It's okay, we know you use the bloody.
Holding on to you.
Is this Tokyo?
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has all the tools to record edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcasts on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to start your podcast today. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. It's helped me find a
recycle it. Wait, bro, we have nobody at the piles, man.
I thought Joel and Yak were.
Doc's like across the map, and Joel like had an inventory of comps.
Okay, I'm like kind of watching that.
There's only 2 piles, right?
Yeah, they're like by me. Keeping an eye out.
I don't think we're gonna get contested. This is free. Wait, what are we turning this into? Oh, metal?
We do little
Smoko, not gonna lie, man. I'm tired of your bullshit. I'm gonna be contacting my lawyers and yours as well. I'll see you soon. For what, man? What did I do? What the fuck did I do? Make sure you're walking around, man. You're gonna die.
I just see this man.
I'm joining the class action lawsuit against Coco. Man, you guys have nothing on me. All right? What are you gonna sue me for? I've been live for like 5 days in a row. I work my job hard, consistent streamer, base of rust, fast, big, gorilla, dicko mode. What else more do you want? Oh man, no. Okay, gee, I thought I was stuck. Yeah, I'm working my job, man. It's hard. I play games.
Right. Like I want to say like months before.
Okay. All right. So let's just repeat what he said there. Wrath is coming out. World of War thing. Great. World of Warcraft. Sorry, I'm a little bit boomery here. And he's not going.
No, you're not a little bit boomery here. If you were a boomer, you would know it's Wrath of the Lich King.
Told them I'm
You're a
not
fucking
going to go.
millennial.
And here's the thing. That clip of Soda Poppin' was shown to XQC.
We have another tweet. What is this? We have a tweet from. Oh yeah, this was a reply yesterday. I didn't cover this on stream. This was a tweet reply from XQC after Magnus put it out. This is XQC saying, he cheated. Believe me, let me cause irreparable damage because I want to. And this was from of course XQC, like putting this out here. I really don't. I don't like this. Of course, XQC is completely out of his mind to say this. Maybe now he'll want to jump on like a 5-hour call and we can yell at each other about it. But at the end of the day, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and this is just insane to put this tweet out there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to stir up drama and start something else. But yeah, he literally is clueless on this topic, and I don't know why he felt the need to put this out. I mean, it's just ridiculous to put this out. So yeah, I mean, he's not right though. That's the problem. He's not right. Watch out. XQC might have dirt on you that he's held for a few years. I mean, that.
My emoji, where I'm bowling and I'm dancing to the music, right? Brother, if I go on Twitch and go to the fucking just chatting section, my brother! Put it in the what? Bro, are you fucking serious?
JavaScript powering these alerts. I'm getting into programming and would be interested to see how the artwork/animations were generated. Thanks for all the content as always, Soda Moon too cute.
I literally forgot how to tie shoes the other day.
I'm gonna get these mobs over here.
9 minutes, guys. 9 minutes.
Okay.
You know what?
I don't think I'll be able to get the Frostbringer. Oh, fuck.
Kill them all, bro. The thing is, Wake, I believe in you, bro.
Here, guys. I'm trying to bring them up.
Bryce killed them all. I knew it was a good idea to have you in the group, Nick. Jesus Christ, your damage is crazy.
Oh, I have a phone call.
What?
What? With his, he has a phone call with his
sound
bed,
real
bro.
at all.
What? Did he fall asleep and did he fall asleep and die? And then he's like, oh, phone call.
I have to return some videotapes.
Tips is calling, guys. I'll be right back.
Dramas? Boys, the dramas nowadays sucks, bro. If anybody remembers the good old days, let me tell you about some good-ass drama. Shit, man, if I wasn't 30, I'd probably do it again, but I feel like I'm too old for that shit now, you know? It'd just be like that. Alright. Ethan scripts? Oh yeah, bro. Ethan's still writing the scripts, man.
What the fuck is this, man? Holy shit!
shit, did you all come home?
I was so scared, and I've been traumatized since that moment. I was asking a little question. I was so scared, and I've been traumatized since that moment. I was asking, so scared, and I've been traumatized since that moment. I was asking a little. I was so scared, and I've been traumatized since that moment. I was asking a little question.
Finish. Okay. Alright, fucking hell. Dude, I thought something was wrong. I thought something was wrong with my PC for a second there. Fucking hell.
Niggas like I'm J. Cole. I can tell the head good before I even know. Bitch, don't tell me that you model if you ain't been in vogue. Gotta throw a party for my day ones. They ain't in the studio, but they'll lay some. Rest in peace to Drama King. We was straight stunned. Y'all don't like the way I talk. Niggas say something. Gotta throw a party for my day ones. Pull up and you know it's us.
I missed the first round. This is round 3.
Yeah, and your team's close though. You can still win. Alright, mate, it's fucking good.
FPSs, then you gotta lower your sets. You don't have to do it all at once. Like I would do it all at once, but just lower by like 100 every day. You get slowly acclimated to it. And once you do that, like, in like 3 or 4 weeks, you'll be 400 DPI, and you'll have much more control. Yo, Mark, they were the prime, dude. Like I'd say the sweet spot, honestly, is 600. 600's a good sense DPI.
Welcome back. Confirmed. Transfer. Check. Transferred. All done, all done. Ready?
We all have to look out for each other these days.
Look, if I can do this, you can do it too. People are like, oh my god, it hurts my arm. Your arm will get stronger as you keep playing the game, and you will get more, trust me, you'll get better. Look, would you like to see, I'll put on hand cam, and I'll show you. How about that? Newsfeed, just a cover for the war call. I'll show you. You ready? Wait, my webcam.
She said she wanted to express herself, so I gave her a thumbs up.
I play, like, keep in mind, I stream probably, like, what, 8 hours a day? I play like this for 8 hours. If I can do this, you can do it too. Like, don't be complaining about your hand hurting. Take the fucking pain.
What cipher is this?
I think people who do wrist aiming are more susceptible to carpal tunnel. Arm aiming is where it's at. That's where the power and the speed's at. And more control. Tell me, what has more control? An arm, stiff-armed, like this? Or a wrist, like, moving like this? What has more control?
Yes, Guardian, by all means. Let's get started.
I'd say arm, because you use your arm as a, it's like a gun. You use your arm as an anchor, and you can anchor like that, see? What do you guys think? No, this is point 2, 400 DPI.
Checks out. Carry on.
Could you guys do this for 8 hours a day? How's your elbow and shoulder after moving your arm so much? I'm fine.
This is great.
How many calories do you think I burn from streaming a day? Am I moving like this? Because people ask me, like, you guys are asking, like,